Hello everyone, Derek Sam Toys back with another action figure review. Today we've got the Elite Series 102 Gunther. I'm very happy to have this in the collection and very happy to have this for the pick fed. As I don't know if I'll just casually swap the figures out now that I have the updated and you know, love the red gear too as I'm thinking about it, but now that I have the updated Ring General in hand, you know, I don't I don't know exactly what I really want to say about it. It just looks so damn awesome with that red like trench coat. As you can tell, he's got interchangeable hands. Only thing I'm not seeing, which kind of sucks, is a pair of like chop hands, but worst case scenario, I'm sure I have plenty of them now. So there's that. But enough with my yapping. Let's get the Walter out of his plastic prison, shall we? And I know I just said Walter. I call them both at this rate. It's just kind of whatever. Alrighty, you guys. So first things first, of course, we're going to go over the accessories now that we've got him out of the plastic prison. He comes with two different sets of interchangeable hands. First ones we'll go over just because I noticed his fingers are a little crooked. I don't know if I can kind of like bend that back or whatnot. Maybe the hand itself is just a little crooked. I don't know, I'm sure I can fix that up a little bit. It already kind of looks a little better. That one finger's still crooked though, and it kind of like molded back. I don't know. He did come with his choppy hands though. Thankfully, don't have to grab another set. May just grab a different one for this hand though, I don't know. And then he also comes with mic holding hands. Only other set of hands I could really think of is maybe give him a set of like fists so he could lay in them stiff lariats as he tends to do. And I can say I know for certain because I watched him live in person, and the only thing I'm sad I didn't get to hear was a Gunther chop. But speaking of Gunther, his jacket is really nice. Good like material used for the jacket, a little flimsy. Oh, and here I am dropping shish. Only two buttons on the back, a couple little button designs on the front, and then the rest of it is just red, plain and simple, but not a terrible thing. And, I honestly think I like this jacket a hell of a lot more compared to the one that comes on the Walter figure. Though I do love the fact that the one that comes on the Walter does have the Ring General on the back of the jacket, I want to say. And if it doesn't, I don't know. But we'll take a look at that here in a second, just because I can't remember off the top of my head. Go figure. So, taking a good look at the Gunther figure itself, as you can see, the head scan is technically a little bit of a repeat of the first Walter head scan, but it does look a little bit slimmer. The hair itself looks really good. It's got a nice little fade on it. You can tell where the hair gets a little bit thicker. He's got a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. Nothing too major though. He's still a bit more clean cut than most of the other wrestlers that not just I own, but the ones that are currently wrestling, probably either against him, with him, whatever the case may be, because Fabian Eichner does have a beard, or what do they call him nowadays? Giovanni something, I can't remember. I know it's like Giovanni Vinci or something of that nature. But before I keep on flabbering my gums too long about one person that I don't own, at least in figure form, I should state that sadly I can't think about that a little hard enough about how wrong that could come off to some people. But Anyway, getting back on track. The Gunther's like formula is pretty damn on point, I'd say. Oop, my bad for the little finger intrusion on the one side. I'm trying to hold the camera a little bit better. But the arm mold, the torso, upper half, and even the legs are pretty damn solid. Of course, the lower legs, like below the knee, are still the same as the original Walter figure, I would assume. So, nothing too different there. Maybe a little bit in like the boot itself, but I'm not too sure on that. But getting into the detail real quick. He's got two different color sided trunks with his flag sitting here in the, I guess you could say, the right corner of his trunks. He's got black and white socks, black and white boots. You know, nothing too much to go over and talk about. But real quick, I gotta take a quick second to pause, and we shall be right back with a little bit of articulation, and I will probably also throw the jacket on him for the final pose in that case, and just get him posed up on camera too. So let's see you guys in the next section of the video. Alrighty, you guys, I've got the jacket on him. I've got the Walter figure propped up next to him. We'll take a quick little gander at him in a moment, but we're just going to go over a bit of the articulation. He can look up about that high. He can look down about that far. I was about to say, come on, let's keep the focus now, can we? He has a little bit of articulation in the shoulder, and the shoulder can rotate 360 along with a bicep swivel that is hidden by the jacket, but if you notice, you can kind of see it in the hand there. But pull back the jacket, his arm's a little bit rotated. A very stiff joint, I'll say that, for how good this does feel in the hand. Of course, double jointed elbow. His wrist has a bend in it, and it also has a little swivel. He's got a pretty good ab crunch, especially now with the updated formula. He can look up about that high with the back bend. He can look down about that far with the torso, bending forward. There we go, that's what I was trying to say. Of course, waist swivel. He can, let's try to make sure I get the full range and motion here. He can do a pretty damn good big boot, in my opinion. They gave him enough space in between the hips and the tights to actually do so. Double bend in the knee. Of course, you've got a little bit of upper thigh rotation, boot rotation, and also a little bit of ankle bend, and technically there's a little bit of, yeah, I said ankle bend, a little bit of ankle rock, and technically there is an ankle bend, but I don't feel like testing my theory on if I move that ankle joint now, if it'll just get looser on me later. Gonna try to get him kind of posed up like the Walter, so sorry if I'm just kind of showing you a little bit of ring mat right now. Kind of hard to hold the camera, speak, and get the Gunther posed up. But as you can tell, obviously nothing has been changed about either of these figures. Both are the original formulas. It looks like the Walter is maybe just a tad bit taller than the Gunther, so I don't know if that's an issue that'll be addressed with future Walters, if they'll give him a bit more of a height boost, or if maybe he did just kind of genuinely lose a few inches as he lost the weight. But by any means, definitely not a terrible thing. Of course, I was right. The lower legs on the Walter and the lower legs on the Gunther are exactly the same, though, even down to the details on the boots. If anything, maybe they're a bit more whiter on the Gunther, but that could also be because I've used the Walter for pig fetting. And if you can tell by the look of the head scans, they are both pretty much the same. Maybe the hair is a little bit different, but the expression, the look, fairly similar. And I was right. Ring General is on the back of that. I don't know why I pronounced it like that. And there's nothing on the back of the jacket. So there's not really too much of a difference in between the jackets, really, except for how, like, oversized these are compared to this jacket. But that could also just be how it is in real life. I don't know. But let's get these two staring each other down. We're winding down into the final moments of the review. What are my final thoughts? I think if you want a more updated Gunther, for the price point I was talking about in the unboxing, I would definitely say pick it up if you can on Amazon. Paid $25 for it, so it's cheaper than eBay, a little bit more expensive than retail, but on the other hand, you don't have to go to the store and figure out if this is actually in stock or not. So, well, it's still up on Amazon for $25, and that does include the shipping and the like tax and stuff like that. So that's just the straight up solid price. You don't have to go on there, find out that, oh, he lied to me, it wasn't just 25, it's like 28.50 or some stupid crap like that. No, you ain't gotta deal with that. Flat up $25, you'll have this Walter. And if you have Prime, I want to say you'll have it within like the next day. So that's even better for you guys. But on that note as well, if you also don't have the Walter, maybe it'll definitely be more worth it for you to pick up the Gunther, as the Walter, if you're looking for a mock, maybe a bit more expensive. I don't exactly know though, because I own them, so I don't have to worry about shopping for them in the aftermarket. But every now and again I do see one, and without any of the accessories it goes for like 20-ish bucks. So you don't get the nice jacket, you don't get the extra set of hands, because I want to say he does come with like an extra set or two of hands. You don't get the cool backdrop display that comes with the Walter figure. So, either or, I don't know exactly which one you prefer. Maybe you want the updated one for pick fed, maybe you want them both for display. As far as recording this, the Gunther is definitely cheaper, so I would have to say go with that. But before I keep on rambling on too long, what's my final score? Honestly, this Gunther's solid. Don't really expect too much out of them as far as like look wise and stuff like that. If anything, the extra set of hands would have been cool, but with that, really being my only issue, I think I'm gonna give this one a good solid 9. Nothing more, nothing less. A good solid 9. I think that cuts the deal, right? And with that being said, for I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? A 4-2? 4-2? I don't know. I think it deserves a little bit more than a 4, like a 4-2. I don't know. Let's just say 4.25 stars. Honestly, I think that's pretty perfect for me. I don't know if I'd say 4.5. The hands definitely could have had like just the one set of fisted hands. But I think that's still a really good solid rating, especially for a pretty Most people would probably say lackluster, but I think the jacket alone sells this figure. So I don't know what some of y'all may be smoking if you do think so. But on that note, like the video if you like the video. If you dislike it, so be it. That's fine by me. But if you did like the content, feel free to subscribe. After all, it is free. And usually I tend to put my Instagram and my TikTok in the description below. So feel free to go check those out if you want to. But as far as anything else, we're on the road to getting a little bit more past 100 subs. We are currently sitting at 101 as of recording, I want to say. Hopefully we don't go down as of recording this either, so I don't look like a liar. I should have a screenshot in my phone, but no, my luck, I tend to clear out storage of my phone all the time just to make sure I have enough for the videos and for the pick fed. So speaking of that, I think I need to shush it up and stop rambling, but hopefully you guys are looking forward to the next couple of reviews. I'm just trying to pump them out, get them out, so then I can continue working on the pick fed. And also, I do start a new job. I left the other one, started a new one. I am making a little less, but I should be getting more hours, so I'm kind of happy with the payoff there, I guess you could say. But with that being said, and enough of my personal business, I don't know. Kind of forgot where I was leaving off with the outro there. Oh, if you guys like any other action figure reviews and or maybe pick fed content, feel free to check either of those out. I have a playlist for both of those set up, by the way. So the pick fed will be listed under Damn Defiant Wrestling, the name of the company, I guess you could say, as I'm running it. And we've also got all the action figure reviews I want to say should be fairly up to date. Sometimes I lack on it a little bit, so if you do go through the playlist to try to keep up with the action figure reviews, sorry not sorry, I guess. I try to keep it updated like every month if I remember to do it, especially when I started the new job. It definitely kind of took a bit of my time away from being able to make the videos or feeling good to want to make the videos. Like right now, my hip kind of be killing me. I really need to shut up though, so you guys can move on, enjoy the rest of your day. But just saying, if you did stick around, thank you guys. I appreciate you for sticking around. But on that note, we are out of here. Enjoy your guys' day. Peace out, yo.